Shalom and welcome to another episode of Tech and Talk. I'm your host, Shmuel Hoffman. Today I'm reviewing Apple's AirPods Pro that were just released. I want to know, what the sound quality is, how well the noise cancellation works, how they stack up against Apple's original AirPod, and the gold standard of noise cancellation headphones, the Bose Q35. Are they living up to their Pro name? Here they are. Let's unbox. Here are the tips. Medium is probably inside here, and a lightning cable. So let's pair them up. Open them up. Boom. Connect. Okay, so let's talk about the tips. So all you need to do is basically take them off. You really pull on them. I mean, it feels like you're ripping them apart, but you're not. And then you stick them on. They have a very nice firm click to signal that they are on. So let's talk about size. This is AirPod 2 and this is AirPod Pro. One is basically vertical, the other one is designed horizontal. So when we take out and compare them against each other, it really feels like the regular AirPods are bigger than the AirPod Pro. So the other thing that I like very much is that now you can, hit a button here. This is kind of a button that you can squeeze. The default function is to turn on and off the noise cancellation. The other thing I like very much that the display or the LED light is outside as opposed to be inside here. It has always bothered me a little bit because you needed to open it and see what's happening. Now it can correspond with you on the outside. So you go to Bluetooth and you should insert the headphones into your ears so that they are activated. So I go into Bluetooth setting, Shmuel's AirPod Pro, and hit the I button, and I can turn on the noise cancellation. So let's do transparency when I'm talking to you, so I'm not yelling this much. Then I can hit this button here, and then I have to hit continue, and then I will push this play button, and it plays some music. And while it's playing music, the inside microphone will measure if everything is well sealed. So that's what's happening if your headphones are not a perfect fit in your ear. And then you have to, it gives you an error message, and then you have to change basically your ear tip. So I like that the display is outside, but it kind of defeats the purpose when it's charging, that the light is not on, indicating when it's full or not. I have to open the case in order to see whether or not it's charged. And it defeats the purpose. If we have this LED outside, then it should stay on. Then I know that it's ready to go, but I have to open it up in order to see what the charge level is. So that's kind of annoying. The AirPod Pros come built in with Qi charging. I have here an IKEA lamp that has automatic Qi charging built in. And let's see. And it works. So here's a size comparison between the Bose, the AirPod Pro, and the regular AirPod. This is something that I can take with me on the go in an airplane. I use noise cancellation a lot when I'm flying, and usually I'm flying with those. But having this now in such a small package, I think this is for me now the way to go. Only thing that those don't provide is I cannot use those headphones for the airplane entertainment system. Bose headphones come with an airplane adapter, so you can put it in your seat and then can enjoy the entertainment program. And here's the cable that will attach to this. So even though these headphones have this advantage that I can use them in an airplane entertainment system, but you know what? Airlines go more and more towards like an entertainment system on the phone. This would be the GoGo entertainment system for American Airlines, and I can watch all my shows on here or on an iPad. And then the combination of this together with these headphones will give me the whole package as opposed to bring this and the entire big case with the cable. So I think this is for me a huge plus that I have such a small package. Just as a little side tip that I'm sure Apple has maybe not even thought about it, but let's say you're on the go, right? And you have this phone. You want to use this combination to enjoy, your movie. So this phone doesn't have a stand, right? It will fall. Now, the cool thing is with this combination, you actually have a built-in stand. Let me show you just how, this would work. So you take out, obviously, the headphones, put them in your ears. Then you turn this thing around. And you need to make sure that it's kind of at a certain angle. And boom, there you have it. You have a stand for your iPhone in order to enjoy the movie. The AirPod Pro sounds very good for such a small package. They are a tremendous improvement over the regular AirPod. They sound very close to the Bose Q35. I wanted to see how they work as an on-the-road headset when mixing, let's say, in Final Cut Pro X. I found it's very precise in giving me a good representation overall of the mix, meaning the sound mix, and it highlights a lot of nuances and details in the music and in the sound in general. Is it replacing a Pro monitor? Certainly not, but on the go and with noise cancellation, it's my go-to on the road to mix the sound of our films. So let's talk about comfort. I wore them today an entire day, and I found that they are very easy on the ear. The original AirPods were already good, but the Pros are really a bit more snug. I kept forgetting through the day that I was wearing them. The silicone is very soft. I love that the stems are shorter, and it makes less of an appearance to others. I can shake my head heavily, and they just don't want to fall out. The Bose, regular AirPods. Now the AirPod Pro. Now let's talk about the connectivity. I found the original AirPods were a bit finicky to connect. Sometimes only one speaker would connect, so I had to put them back into this case, and then I had to connect them again. The Bose are the worst of the bunch. Often there is a time lag of about 1 or 2 seconds, especially when you use them for Final Cut editing, as I do. So then I have to turn them on and off again in order to have them sync properly. So the AirPod Pros seem to be improved in that, this connectivity type of thing. Just connect it, done, no sync lag, just play. Noise cancellation. The standard of noise cancellation were always the Bose Q35 series. Now I found my favorite new pair in those AirPod Pros. I like the way how the noise cancellation kind of feels in your ear. I can't describe it any better, but it feels kind of softer in your ear, kind of more natural. I have 5 kids and my youngest was screaming like hell. And I turned on the AirPod Pro noise cancellation and I hardly could hear anything that was being screamed, said, or yelled at me. So it's absolutely impressive, and I personally like it better than the Bose noise reduction, but it's kind of a personal feel, I believe. Battery life. Apple stated that the headphones themselves last about 5 hours continuously when you have them in your ear and you play. And 24 hours altogether in this case because there's a battery in here kind of charging them. So far, they lasted for me a long time. I know it's kind of a weird statement because it's kind of so unscientific, but I feel like they last longer than my regular AirPods. And I think they last a little bit less than the, overall the Bose ones. And it makes sense because the Bose has actually a much bigger battery. So to conclude this, let me summarize the pros and cons. I think these are really impressive headphones. I'll leave the regular AirPods behind, and for sure the clunky Bose headphones also. Apple has done an insane job in refining what was already good and super tiny package of a pair of headphones. The AirPod Pros are my new favorite headphones that I will wear all day, every day. They sound amazing for such a small package. The noise cancellation is world class. They are super comfortable to wear, and they connect easily to all of my Mac devices. Let's talk quickly about the pros. Great sound with no overbearing bass, world-class noise cancellation, easy on the ear to wear, at least for me, long battery life, super tiny package that can travel everywhere, wireless charging, LED on the outside rather than on the inside of the case. And a bonus, The case can be used as a phone stand to watch movies. So here are the cons. Honestly, the price is a bit hefty, and rivals with bigger headphones from Sennheiser and B&O might offer better sounding alternatives. And the LED on the case outside doesn't stay on as a charging indicator. Who are the AirPods Pros right for? First, for myself. I'm a media producer and travel a lot. I try to reduce my travel load and gear to its bare minimum. Every gram and ounce counts for me. So for me, it's kind of a no-brainer to take the AirPods Pros over the clunky Bose 35. Size and function is more important for me than, the steep price. They might not be right for you. I think if you want to maximize the sound quality, get the best sound for your buck. All in all, I think these are the best headphones to buy if you want a small package, superb noise cancellation, and great sound. So let's have a quick Torah break instead of an advertising break. What is it all about with the AirPods and about hearing and listening, right? So in Judaism, we have a concept of na'aseh v'nishma. First do, and then we will hear. When the Jews left Egypt and stood in front of God at this Mount Sinai, God offered the Jews the Torah, and before even knowing what was actually written in it, we said, yes, we'll take it. Na'aseh v'nishma. We agreed to do it even before we knew what was in it. So na'aseh again means we'll do, and then we will hear, then we will understand. So hearing relates in this context to understanding, like when we say in English, yeah, I hear, I get it, right? So the reason why Judaism favors you shall do first and then you will understand, so it's kind of the other way around than what you would usually do, is that the way the Torah wants us to lead our lives based on our actions. For example, it doesn't help much to think, I want to help that person that fell in the street, but maybe that person is fine by herself and someone else will, step up and will help her to get up. Rather just help, just jump into the action and be of help. As simple as that. Being a good person, doing the right things, fulfilling your purpose is entirely based on what you do rather than what you think about it or your intention. So in order to prevent us from inaction, because let's say your fears or your second thoughts comes the Torah and says, in order to live a meaningful life, I don't care at first about your intention. Just do what's good for you, the people around you, your environment. So what this essentially will promote is that you fill your life with doing, so to say, action and doing good things, helping people, loving people, improving yourself, and lastly, become a better version of yourself. The Torah wants you to go out and have a positive influence in the world. And for that to happen, you need to do action, helping, influencing, rather than thinking to yourself, if this all makes sense, how it all comes together, just do it. Nike knows why just do it is their slogan, why it's their mantra. Just do it helps overcome procrastination, inaction, failure, and not doing anything. It helps to succeed, to win, to make the world a great place. So go ahead and do it for yourself and your loved ones. That leads me back to the AirPods that make hearing and finally understanding so much easier. So that's it. AirPods Pro. Thanks so much for watching. And if you like more of these kind of reviews, please subscribe to my channel. It would help me tremendously to get more exposure and spread the good word. So till my next episode, shalom and lihitraot.